Welcome back to 5-Minute Knives, and thanks for giving me the week off, everybody. I kind of needed it. I was getting behind on some other stuff and had a lot of sheaths, and, these videos are a weekly grind, and it's a lot of fun, but making money's got to come first. So thank you for the week off. Halloween special was a lot of fun, and this week we got a super quick one for you. Everybody always picks on me, 5-minute knives, and this guy goes on for a half hour. Okay, you got your wish. So today we're going to be talking about two knives sent in to me by an awesome subscriber, Pat O'Brien, really nice person. Sent me in the Creely Mako and the Bark River Necker. Mako Necker. And this isn't a review. I don't know much about these knives, but I did make a couple of sheaths for them, and I wanted to talk about them real quick. So here we go. Here's the Bark River. Now this one you can find here and there. I went ahead and made this, and he wanted a black sheath with police blue backing, and no hardware attachment for this one, although we do have an offset drop-down attachment for him. So you can use it like this and have this drop-down attachment for your combat loop or whatever, but he may use this as a neck knife, so I wanted the retention to be just right for that. Very nice, no rattle, no crap. We did start putting light logo, DSC logos on our sheaths. Let me know if you want those taken off. I completely forgot to ask Pat, but it turns out it was cool anyway. So that was fine. But this is the Bark River Necker. And this is a super nice little EDC knife under like 2.5-inch blade. I don't have all the specs in front of me now, but this is the CPM 154 version. Very gorgeous. Some light scratches. It's seen some light use. But check out this handle. This pretty handle. Wow. So that's nice. I can say that the balance in the hand is very nice. It's got a very nice feel in the hand. I like this knife a lot. Safe to say I like this knife a lot. It's just first impressions. I just really like this. If you guys own one of these, sound off in the comments. Let me know how its use has been. I don't know how long Pat has owned this. Again, it has some very light scratches on the blade here. And no scuffs on the handle, really. The handle is just gorgeous. Easy to clean this up anytime you need to. Kydex will cause some scratches in the future if you get sediment in there. But I have a feeling from seeing these knives that shouldn't be much of a problem for Pat. And then, so Pat, I wanted to show you on camera, there is some of these little knives have, quirks about them, of course. Every knife has its quirks. Ergo, every sheath has its quirks. This could affect retention. Not every sheath is exactly the same. You could order 3 sheaths off me and they could all be slightly different in some way because I had to make decisions based on geometry, blade geometry, handle, shape, retention, all that stuff, what you were going to use it for. So this one, very important to remember this, Pat. On this sheath, you see this kind of line that goes down here. You want to line up your blade with this line. As long as the blade is lined up with that line, you carefully resheath, she'll click in just fine. But with these small blades, and it's just the nature of the beast, if you're going to put this knife in at a slight angle or cant, you're going to stab the inside of the sheath. I have not done it with this, but I've done it with a million others. See the RMJ Sparrow video. That was a pretty funny one. I stabbed the crap out of the inside of that. Good thing it was a giveaway. But this one, no stabs yet. So, Pat, don't be upset if you're the one that ends up stabbing it. It happens to everybody. We all do it. It's just how the sheaths age. We'll take care of you if you ever need another one. But that's a pretty nice little package here with the drop-down attachment. You can combine that with a combat loop. Oh, and here's the sheath it came with. It wasn't bad at all. This is a nice sheath. But, I mean, look at the footprint of that. I mean, it's just it's a honkin'. So I save you a 1/2 inch in this direction. We go a little wider in this direction, but that's to accommodate things like combat loops and carry attachments and things like that. So this is a nice sheath. And in the CPM 154 steel that this comes in, this is roughly $1 million. If you round up to the nearest million, that's what you're going to be paying. It's a lot, though. It's expensive. I didn't even know how pricey this knife was until looking it up today. So thank you for trusting me with this, bud. And I hope you enjoy the sheath for it. I think it worked out really nicely. And then next super fast, that takes us to the Creely Blades Mako. This is an awesome knife too, and this is in CPM 3V. Okay, so this is more of a beater knife probably for Pat, but this is the one out of the two I prefer because it has the longer handle. I think we're looking at a 2.9 inch, 9 1-inch blade and a slightly longer handle, which I prefer. I have large hands, as you know, skinny wrists, large hands. And for me, an EDC blade, needs to fit that. This one, Pat requested a drop-down attachment. I included the combat loop here. You can adjust this for your belt size. It is offset, and this is set up for right-hand carry with police blue washers and police blue backing. There's the drop-down attachment. You can take this off, rock it, scout carry, however you want. This one's a little less finicky. This one you can just kind of pop her back in. I think the neck carry is probably going to be this one for him. Obviously, the necker, right? So this one I don't think Pat's going to be using neck carry as often, or if ever. So this sheath has slightly less retention because I wanted this to be very comfortable, as almost like a gentlemanly EDC. Like you should be able to draw this knife without using the thumb ramp, if that makes sense, because there's not a lot of room with these small knives to get your knuckles in with the drop-down attachment there. So I wanted to make it to where you could kind of pinch this on the side even if you wanted to and just pop her out that way. But here's a closer look at the knife. This one's seen a lot more use, you can tell. Some slight, that 3V discoloration you can get sometimes. And the handles are nicely contoured, blue and black G10. It looks like 2x2. Perfect thickness for the stock, in my opinion. I don't know what this stock is on this one. Let me look at it. This one you're going to be paying about $220. It's not a cheap... Oh, no, that's for the... 220 is the 20 CV. Excuse me, this is going to be significantly less. It's got to be. I don't have it in front of me, but trust me, it's going to be less. This is only 3 ounces. Weight with sheath, 5.1 ounces. Here's the sheath it came with. It has a UD clip on it. Again, with these leather sheaths, these are decent sheaths. I have no issue with them. It's just not my thing. I don't know. I'm not a leather guy, but this would be fine. That's a nice way to draw it even. Just get it like this. Probably even an easier way. So probably the strength of these leather sheaths is comfort while in the woods. I would say this would be very comfortable. Little on the bulky side, a little thicker. And then we get into, but then again, with the drop-down attachment, look, this is, and this rides off the body. So this is a contraption now. So Pat may want to take this off from time to time, take this combat loop off, and just make it scout carry like that. In that configuration, it's much smaller. If you don't mind the extra, kind of build out width, I actually like a knife sticking away from my body, but that's generally with my larger fixed blades. With these little guys, it's like this ever rotating experiment of how you're going to wear them, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm always switching, even my SE3, I'm always switching between scout carry, vertical, some sort of drop down, some sort of dangler, some sort of molly attachment. So I think the little knives, I think that's what makes them fun, is you can kind of figure out how you want to pop them onto anything. So I did include an extra drop-down attachment. This one's offset. A little bit of an experiment. I don't know how I feel about it, so that's why I gave it to you. I figure you'll let me know. But I think it's pretty cool. Works really nice with this one as a straight attachment. So that could kind of work. Anyway, enough about the sheaths. These are two very, very nice knives, The Creely Mako and the Bark River Necker. Total recommends just based on handling them. Even if I don't get to test a knife like per se, just handling knives, making sheaths and things like that is actually a really great way to get a good feel for a knife, its balance, what it's capable of. So I think I have a good sense of these knives, and I think I can actually already recommend them if you're super rich. Minus this one. This one's pretty reasonable. So coming up pretty soon, I have the SE CM6. Where is its sheath, you ask? Exactly. I got to go downstairs and make it. So I just got this in the mail just now. I do like it. First impressions, it's nice. Be on the lookout for that. And for my other SE lovers that I know frequent the channel, somebody was asking me about Izula sheaths. Here's my SE6 in one of my sheaths. And then this is the Izula sheath it comes with. And the thing about these little guys making sheaths for these is some people don't have paracord. Some people have the G10 handles. Some people have them skeletonized still. And it makes the retention quirky and weird. And it's such a little sheath. So for that, I actually recommend just the one it comes with is just fine. But somebody was asking me if I could they could use their Azula sheath to piggyback on my SE6 sheaths? And the answer is yes. Right there and there, it fits perfectly. Anywhere else you want on the sheath. It's all measured out for a large tech lock, which I believe is which is apparently the same as the Azula starting holes. So the answer is yes, you can have this, and drawing's not too much of a problem. What I would recommend though is, you can't see it here, but I have large rubber standoffs in there, and I do one smaller than the next. So this way we have a step off. So if you want a little piggyback configuration on your SE sheaths that you order from me, or your larger 6 to 8 inch blade sheaths from me, just send in your Azula as well, maybe, with this, and I'll just attach it for you and send it back just like this. So this way it's all done. You don't have to do any thinking, no guesswork, and it's at that slight angle there, see that? So you can get in there and draw it. You dig? Okay. And again, here's this one. So that's something like what you'd wind up with. If you need like a fire steel thing, just order it. They're like $5. I don't really make them, but these fit them. So it's just something I don't feel like messing with all day. That's all. Anyway, there you go. You guys went like 10, 12 minutes. I think that's actually pretty good. We rolled in some footage of the making of. And these are really great knives. So thank you to everybody that's been buying sheaths. Holiday season, we're ramping up. We're getting busy. Get your orders in now, by the way. And I'm not just saying this to drum up sales. We're getting busy. So lead times may lengthen. Right now, I'm 3 to 5 weeks. I think this was less. I have to look. I think I might have hit just on 3 weeks getting this back, because these are going straight back tomorrow. But hit me up. Continue to share the channel with a friend. We do appreciate it. Also, when you order a custom sheath on dragonscaleconcealment.com, please include in the comments the model and make of the knife. Very helpful for me. Anyway, that's enough for me. We went a little longer, but I think that's perfect. And thank you again, Pat O'Brien. And we will see you guys next time on 5 Minute Knives.